From the studio with the rights to Spider-Man's Easter eggs and the company that's like, we don't know them.
What was on that? I haven't
And
seen this, so
Easter egg.
Hunter versus Hitman. All right.
Eggs. And the company that's like, we don't know them. Comes the final film in the Spider-Man adjacent universe. Cause of death. Total lack of interest.
There we go.
Has to do with Spider-Man, I think.
Kraven the Hunter.
I still hate that scene because Morbius wouldn't have even known who he was talking about. Like, where is this even coming from? Like, come on. I'm glad this whole thing died.
Pop on your dead dad's vest and admire 8-pack in the mirror.
I was waiting for it.
For one last bizarre and pointless origin story about a character non-geeks have never heard of that doesn't even try to explain why he's Spider-Man's nemesis. Why is he scared of spiders? Was his mom researching spiders in the Amazon right before she died?
Madam Web.
Famed cougar hunter Aaron Taylor Johnson takes on the role of Kraven. Emphasis on the hunter.
Sergei is the hunter?
So you're the hunter.
That's just what they call me in the press.
I'm a hunter.
Yeah, Охотник.
I'm the greatest hunter on this planet. I hunt.
Learn his, unique backstory as a kid who lost a fight to Mufasa. Then, through some combo of ayahuasca and feline AIDS, developed a San Diego Zoo's worth of powers, like the strength of an ox, the grace of a monkey, and the personality of your pet cat.
I don't need your help.
Терпеть не могу сосед.
Значит, у нас есть что-то общее.
Dude's basically Aquaman of the land, but Sony lost the rights to that guy too. Follow along on his one-man quest to assassinate poachers and regular criminals. And really just anyone below a certain moral threshold, like an evil reverse Santa.
I will be adding these names to my list.
But since abs like that cover for personality disorders, he's not alone. Along for the ride is Calypso, one of England's top American lawyers.
You're one of the best investigative lawyers in that place.
She grew up going on white boy safari and tragically never got to see her grandmother again, even after she died.
She died not long after that trip, and I never saw her again.
You think?
I'm sorry. That's an actual line in the movie. I haven't seen this movie, so I'm not gonna. I haven't watched Madam Web either. I'm not gonna waste the time. This is how I'm gonna experience it. But that's an actual line in the movie.
She died not long after that trip, and I never saw her again.
You think? As Ariana DeBose continues her post-Oscar cold streak all the way through a Kraven sequel that she clearly thought would happen.
You're not.
She was in she was great. She won the Oscar, right, for West Side Story. That was her, right? Because holy crap, she needs to fire whoever her agent is. She's getting a lot of work. That's great, but
Not the only one with secrets.
In fact, what the happened with this one? Half of her lines are 80-yard.
What does that symbol mean? What is it?
Those were my grandmother's cards. I actually still carry the deck with me. I heard back from one of my sources. The rhino's on the move. We should know more very soon.
Why does this keep happening?
Orson Russell Crowe stuns as Kraven's father, Russian Andrew Tate.
Dimitri, don't look so weak. Be a man.
His masculinity is toxic enough to wilt a flower at 100 yards.
Come on, hit me, fight me.
And his lines sound like they were written and performed by Chat KGB.
Fear will eat you. It makes you weak.
Cementing Crowe as the actor who shows up right before your universe ends.
You, evil incarnate. Me, your good friend Eddie Hyde.
The didn't fall too far from the tree with Kraven's half-brother Dimitri.
This next one for you, Papa.
A wimp who'd rather stay home and practice impressions than get a real job.
Man should be the only animal that is dreaded.
So, a voice actor? One of us. When Dimitri is kidnapped, Kraven literally pounces into action. Taking on criminal mastermind, the Rhino. He may look like David Foster Wallace with a camelback, but when this Rhino gets horny, he'll look like every dry scab you ever picked all at once. That will have you missing the subtlety of tattooed Paul Giamatti screaming in a rhino-shaped Gundam. Joining Rhino's scheme is the Foreigner, an assassin who can move while everyone else is frozen, like Quicksilver on a shoestring budget, using powers that not only don't make sense, but totally clash with the animal thing we've got going here.
When a rhino sees his opportunity, he doesn't hesitate.
He can do anyone. He's like chameleon.
Nikolai is a tough old bear. Меня зовут Foreigner, потому что я ниоткуда.
Put in a little bit of effort. That's all we ask.
I think there is an animal in each one of us, Dimitri.
So even though Sony's spider sense is dwindling, enjoy a film that still cranks out some decent action scenes.
Yeah, I mean, the clips I've seen were pretty all right.
Randomly drops F-bombs and gore to earn its R rating.
3 months.
And throws a whole bunch of campy nonsense on screen you'll be quoting for days.
I am here teaching my sons the joy of stalking.
I call this my feed bag.
These peas are only native to a specific.
Joy of stalking.
I call this my feed bag.
These peas are only native to a specific region in Siberia. It first brings on your darkest nightmares, then paralysis of your vital organs, before a most violent death.
Honestly, a Kraven Morbius Madam Web Venom team-up might be the greatest comedy of all time.
I read it in Cosmo. They still make Cosmo? I don't know.
Hey, I'm sorry about Venom.
Are you pressing the burgers? That's called flavor, man. Plus, it's like really flammable.
Sonyverse forever! Starring...
Come on, bro. I got lion blood. Duh. Winning!
Kraven the Hunter did the thing.
Are you not entertained? No, you're not.
Like Gladiator, like Son.
Do I make me horny, baby?
When Mom says we're out of nuggies.
I've seen this clip.
How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie...
That's actually in the movie.
How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop?
1, 2, 3.
And everyone watching Sony's Spider-Man universe.
I'll get to the part where I start to give a
Lion Fellows, Safari
We never got
Planet.
to that part. Lion Fellows. Brian Fellows.
All aboard Red
That's
Flag
SNL.
Cruise Lines.
You on the run?
Yes. I am.
Come on then. Come on.
I
That's it? Okay.
ain't saying nothing. Tell them to suck on a lemon.
I don't know. All right, pitch meeting. It says spoilers, but we don't care. We don't
So
care.
you have a non-Spider-Man Spider-Man
care.
movie for me? Yes, sir, I do. I was thinking we make one about Kraven the Hunter. And what's the ever so slight Spider-Man connection in this one? You will see some spiders in a hallucination once. Nailed it. So we're gonna meet this guy, Sergei Kravinoff, right? Right. And he's this badass vigilante killer guy who's known as Kraven the Hunter, but nobody can figure out who he is. So he just shortened his actual name. Nobody can figure out who this guy is. Anyway, we're gonna see him kill an arms dealer in a prison, escape from the prison, and
They put this whole scene out before the movie came out, by the way. If you haven't checked out this movie, you can at least watch this scene on YouTube. I mean, you could stream the movie if you wanted to, but I'm not doing that. I did watch this opening scene, though, and it was fine, but I still didn't want to waste my time.
and get away on an airplane. Who's flying the plane? Hey, shut up. So then it's flashback time to when he was younger. Oh, I guess it'll be cool to see a glimpse of that. For 30 minutes of screen time. Oh, my God. So he and his brother were raised by their criminal dad who takes them hunting, and Kraven gets freaking mauled fatally by a lion. Oh, man, it's gonna be tough to survive a fatal lion attack. Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, because see, before that happens, there's gonna be a scene with this girl Calypso who's talking with her grandmother who can, like, see the future or whatever. Okay. And her grandmother is like, this tarot card of a lion means you're going to save someone from an accident with this potion I'm giving you now, and it's going to heal them in unexpected ways. That's going to happen soon. Serious? And so is that exactly what then happens? And so that's exactly what then happens. Grandmas who nail it are tight. Okay. And so then Kraven is healed and he gets really cool powers. Oh, what are his powers? Well, he can be strong and he can jump and he can do, sometimes his eyes go yellow and he can zoom in on things with his eyes when he wants to, and he can do jumps, and his muscles are big, and he does tracking. Sick! Oh, cool. That's so many things. So he abandons his brother with the dad and grows up to be Kraven the Hunter, and he fights bad guys and fights for animal rights. Isn't this guy a villain in the comics? Yeah,
Yes.
but you know, how am I supposed to make a movie where a villain is the hero? Why are we even making these? Yeah, I don't know. We'll stop soon. So anyway, every year Kraven goes to visit his brother in London for his birthday, but this year his brother gets kidnapped. A terrible birthday surprise. Yeah, it turns out this freaking bad guy grabbed him. And who's this bad guy? Well, he's the Rhino, and 16 years earlier, Kraven's dad was kinda mean to him, so he went to see a doctor who made him strong, and now he could turn into a Rhino man. I have no further questions. I have no further answers. So then Kraven's dad refuses to pay the ransom, so Kraven decides to track down Calypso. Why? To frickin' help him track down and hunt the bad guys. Isn't he the best tracker? Yeah, and he says he's been trying to track down Calypso for years, and he finally found her. How did he finally do it? By being the best hunter and tracker in the world. No one can do it like this guy. So why does he need her help? To track down these bad guys. All right. So she explains how she saved his life with the potion from her grandma back in the day. Right. And how her grandma died shortly after that trip, and she never saw her again. Both those things? Yes, and eventually this other bad guy called the Foreigner saw her grandma back in the day. Right. And how her grandma died. Explains how she saved his life with the potion from her grandma back in the day. Right. And how her grandma died shortly after that trip, and she never saw her again. Both those things? Yes, and eventually this other bad guy called the Foreigner is gonna join the party too, because he also wants Kraven dead. Oh yeah? How come? Bad guy reasons. Oh my god. So Kraven and Calypso go to this African sanctuary where Kraven lives, and out of nowhere this big cat pounces on him and they fight. Oh no, Jungle Cat! But it turns out they're like friends, so it was kind of play fighting. All right, good. So then inside the sanctuary, Kraven tells Calypso that he's the best hunter in the world. No one can take him on. A cat just snuck up on him. Yeah, but other than that Jungle Cat just now, nobody can do it. Oh, okay. So then the Foreigner shows up and uses his time-freezing hypnosis powers to inject Kraven with a deadly toxin. Well, but then Calypso freaking shoots this guy in the eye with an arrow. Oh, is she an archer? She is. She mentioned that skill of hers in the very previous scene and then delivered on it immediately. What's the minimum amount of time for something to count as foreshadowing? Unclear. So then she uses another potion to revive Kraven and he's back in business. Oh man, this guy really is unstoppable as long as nobody sneaks up on him or has powers and that there's some magic potion available. Yeah, and so now the Rhino's gonna take matters into his own hand. Paws? His paws? Hooves. He's gonna take matters into his own hooves. Is he gonna look cool and badass as the Rhino? So then he and Kraven get in a big fight. Oh, wow, wow, wow.
No answer?
Hooves. Is he gonna look cool and badass as the Rhino?
Silence.
So then he and Kraven get in a big fight. Oh, wow, wow, wow. Wow. And Kraven's trying to freaking stab this guy, but his rhino skin is impenetrable. So what does he do? He penetrates his rhino skin and stabs him. Oh, good. And then he makes a herd of buffalo trample him. And that hurts despite the super strong skin? Yes, he dies. Yay. And then Kraven realizes his own dad is the one who sent the rhino after him, so he gets a bear to kill him. This guy's letting all kinds of animals do his dirty work. He sure is, sir. And then sometime later, he finds out that his brother has gone to that same rhino doctor who turned him into a chameleon man. Oh, yeah, drop a little sequel bait, maybe for a sequel. This isn't getting a sequel. Okay, well, I'm not removing that. My delete key's broken. Well, okay then. It turns out Kraven's father has left him behind that iconic fur vest that he wears, so now he looks real cool. He puts that on. I thought he hated his father. Yeah, but it looks very cool, so he's gonna wear it now. I guess that makes sense. And so that's about it. What do you think? Well, to be honest, as long as it's better received than Morbius and Madam Web, I'm happy. That shouldn't be too hard to do. Oh, it should not be.
should not. But was. Yeah. No, I'm not gonna watch this movie. It's not for me. I just can't do it. So you know, that's just where we are with that. Did you watch it? Let me know in the comments below. You know, just the normal thing that we do here. Again, I'm done with these. I'm glad that it's over. I'm hearing that they're gonna sell Spider-Man to Marvel. That's a possibility. I'm hoping that happens. So fingers crossed. Everything crossed. Toes, all that. Marvel, take it away from Sony, please God, because these need to stop. I'm glad they're stopping so far, but I feel like they're going to try to do something to keep it going so they can still get that Marvel money, because that's what they've been doing. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you guys. Let me know in the comments, pitch meeting or honest trailer. I like both here, actually. I feel like they both kind of hit things on the head here. So I feel fulfilled. I'm never going to watch this movie. Maybe I'll watch it for free. Doubt it. But this is a good way to do it. So let me know in the comments your thoughts, which one you pick, pitch meeting or honest trailer. As always, I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.